How is everyone doing today on this Friday? Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Thunderbolts 2-pack feature John Walker and the Sentry. So let's jump right into the packaging. So we have the two figures on full display here, what they look like, of course, and their accessories, which we'll get into those just a little bit. But you can see their names, Marvel Thunderbolts, which Marvel Studios, ages 4 and up, kind of interesting. Warning, choking hazard, small parts. Again, children, don't put these in your mouth. Here is the back. Quickly, you can see both have bios. So for John Walker, it says, after losing the title of Captain America, John F. Walker must face the sins of his past when a covert mission turns into something much more sinister. And for Sentry, beneath the surface, the seemingly ordinary yet mysterious Robert Reynolds holds the power to become the Sentry, the strongest hero the world has ever known. So, having said all that, let's get these guys open, look at their accessories, and then we'll take a look at the figures themselves. For the accessories, John Walker comes with trigger finger, gripping hand, two pairs of fisted hands, his silver and red shield. Sentry, of course, on him comes with two open hands and a set of fisted hands. So, not much here in terms of accessories, both these figures, but it'll suffice, and it's, again, not bad at all. Now, having gotten both the figures out of the tray, wow. Just wow is all I can say. And the reason why I'm saying wow is to the likeness of both these figures. It is just uncanny resemblance to Lewis Pullman and Wyatt Russell. I cannot state the likeness to both of them, just look absolutely superb. It's especially with Lewis Pullman here, his first figure, and they just nailed the look of him. Now, I have one nitpick about him. Yes, he's over texture, but again, this is the Marvel MCU. All the figures usually get so much texture and detail in their suits. It's not funny. We can't just have like simple costumes these days anymore. They always have to have some texture so they stand out. But I want to go over his sculpt. He looks to be a lot more lean than he should be because in the movie when he was in the suit, he was a bit more bulky. His torso was a bit more I was going to say his torso was a bit more V-shaped. This looks to be more squared, which is kind of a weird choice for him. I don't get why they changed it. Maybe they didn't know about Lewis's Pullman's physique, but again, if this was in production after the movie, you think they would have got that right. And the yellow was a bit brighter in the movie as well in the film. So it's like, why is it darker here? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But again, let me bring him up close. The lightness to him is just superb. I can't get over it. Like Hasbro, where are you? Why are you putting this much detail and work into MCU figures and not as much into most of your comic book characters? Like, come on, put this much work into this amount of work you did on this figure should be done to all of them, to every single one of your figures should have this much attention put onto them. No joke. Some of you may agree, some of you may disagree, but that's just my 2 cents on this one. But again, the detail, the seam lines on him, even on the yellow of the suit, there's so much here. Look at the lines on the yellow parts as well. Not just the black lines, but the yellow. It's like, man, there's just so much here to look at. Like, it's insane how much there is. You don't notice in the movie because how fast he's moving when he goes against the Thunderbolts or the New Avengers as they're called now. But here in action, here in figure form, it looks really good. It looks good. Now, excuse me, there might be people who don't like the oversaturation of panel lining, and I'm one of those that I prefer, like the old days, just I prefer a simple spandex costume. It doesn't have to be something so stylized like this, but for the century and everything, I think in the story narrative it works. So that's on me on when it comes to the century. For Walker, though, he is a complete reuse of the body, which we will compare him with in just a little bit. He is reuse. Not the head, but everything else, the whole body is complete reuse from the John Walker figures we have got in the past. The only thing different is the head sculpt. But that head sculpt, man, that looks just like Wyatt Russell. No doubt about it. He's grizzled. He's got the scruff going on. The helmet is very good. It's just so much has been put into him. Now, when we got the first U.S. agent figure in the Falcon and Winter Soldier Build-A-Figure wing set, they did not paint the lines. It's like they just went with the John Walker Captain America figure, which we'll compare him with in a little bit, and just said, yeah, we're just going to make it all black and keep the lines the same. And it wasn't bad. I mean, people could easily repaint the lines and fix them how they wanted, but you also had the A on top of his head, which you had to sand that down or acetone it off, stuff like that. But again, they didn't change much. Nothing here was really changed on the figure except, again, the head sculpt. That's the only thing here that's different. And of course, the shield. It's not the Captain America shield. And the other real nitpick I want to go over is because it's the same, they sculpted the gun and holster together. The gun is not removable, which, why? This is the third time you've used his body. You could have corrected that mistake, but they chose to leave it. It's like, come on, John uses a gun in the film. He should have a gun. Come on now. But these two figures are great. Again, the lightness is what I'm really impressed with. The figures themselves are good. John, I'm okay with reuse. And Sentry, he's great. But now, let's get into some comparisons. For the Sentry, here we have him alongside my boy, Plastic Man, and of course, the Walgreens exclusive, his comic book counterpart, Sentry. For John Walker, here we have him alongside, as we said earlier, his Captain America suit with the shield, and the man he tried to be, the OG Captain America, Steve Rogers. For my final thoughts on this two pack, they're great. Do I think there could be some improvements when it comes to these two? Sure. Like, I wish the shape of Sentry was more accurate to the film. I mean, they had all the time from the release of the film to the release of the figures. They had all that time to do it. But I guess beggars can't be choosers. But John Walker, you can't really expect much. I mean, again, it is from neck down, it's all reuse except the paint detail that's there and the new head sculpt. And of course, this new gunmetal shield and red is very nice. The one issue I don't like with it is that it is a hook. It's a clip-on piece with the little peg system. Those tend to break, but mine hasn't broken yet, so I might be jinxing myself later on, but who knows? Have to wait and see. But these figures are really good. Do I wish, though, that they could have did what they did with the Cabal 3-pack Doctor Doom figure last year and give Sentry a soft goods cape? Yes. But this cape is made of a softer plastic material that is not going to weigh him down. So they are getting better with the soft goods capes, where it's not just weighing the figure back so much, like I said. But again, it's pretty good. So these figures are nice. These will be hitting the street dates September 2nd. And you can find these at your local Walmart for sure and Target. I'm glad to pick it up, and I really am looking forward to getting the next two pack, which will be the Red Guardian and Yelena to go with these two. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, you know what to do with everything else, guys. And as usual, take care.
Plastic Man, the one, the original Elastic Man, always in great shape for the shape he's in, the fantastic Plastic Man.